Hey y'all. First thing I want to say to each and every one of you is thank you for the support. I love all y'all like family, and for the new people here, I just want to say welcome, and I hope I can invite you into my family, and I love all of you too. But the support that I've already received means so much to me. So thank you, y'all. It's really keeping me going right now. All right. So thank you, and I look forward to hopefully working with all of y'all at some point. Um, Tonight's video, I'm gonna try to keep a little bit shorter. I'm really not feeling too good. I've been kind of fighting a cold for the last 3, 4 days, but I was guided here tonight to talk about divine alignment in our lives. Um, and you know how miracles kind of work, how prayer works a little bit, and you know who we truly are as that miracle, that walking, living, breathing, talking miracle, because that's who you are. That's what's inside of you. Okay. But let's get back to that first part. It's divine alignment. Okay. Um, I'm gonna bring you guys back a little bit into my last video where I talked about my gums regenerating and that first moment that kind of stopped me in my tracks. Shortly after that, my 5-year-old son, I want to say within a couple days, that I had had a dream. Um, and while we were outside playing one day with my daughter, also, he just looked at me and said, "Dad, can you put 3 suns in the sky?" Um, and of course, my response to him was, "Only God can do that, son." And he said, "Well, you did it in my dream last night." And at that point, it kind of just, piqued my interest. And I said, "Well, what else happened in the dream last night, son?" And he said, "Well, there was a red moon, and, God took a sword and he shattered the red moon." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, did anything else happen?" And he said, "Yeah, that God did the same thing to the earth." Um, at that point, it kind of, it shook me up a little bit. And I said, "So was that it?" And he said, "No, the earth came back together, but it wasn't the same." Um, my 5-year-old, y'all, had no business having that dream. It could have only been divine intervention that came to my 5-year-old. And for him to even articulate it the way that he had done that day, like it was definitely God's voice or, inner knowing coming from my child, y'all. Um, Pretty cool, right? Like, I thought it was pretty cool. Um, yeah. So, what I took from this dream, though, right, is a few different things, okay? So, you got the 3 suns in the sky, right, which are in alignment for them to be able to, let's say, break that red moon, which would be the devil, evil, right? And God also did the same thing to the earth in his dream, but the earth came back. I'm assuming a better earth, a better version of earth, okay? Um, but his dream started with that alignment. According to my son, the alignment was God, Jesus, and me, okay? Um, I think that was a real important part to his dream, okay? And, if you guys want to swap out, you with me, that's fine. I want to make the point of you seeing the alignment there, okay? So you have God, you have Jesus, you have us, right? All of us working with Jesus and God to destroy evil and to reconstruct the earth into something new, okay? Pretty big dream, if you ask me. Huge dream. And ever since, um, that's all I see. To be honest, like it is all I see for our future. Something else transpired shortly after that, and God had actually given me a vision of what new Earth, this new world, should look like. I guess in their hindsight, um, and it's a beautiful place, y'all. It's a beautiful place, but a dream or a vision that big is gonna take a lot of divine alignment. Okay, and it starts with us. It starts right here. Okay, um, It's not going to happen overnight, okay? Like some of the smaller miracles, they may do that, as you're reaching for some things. Um, that's a very good possibility. Like my gums, even, for instance, that happened overnight, okay? But something like changing the world, um, it's going to take a lot of alignment, a lot of strings being pulled behind scenes by, God, source, creator, by our guardian angels, by our team of light, um, a lot of alignment within ourselves and what we truly want, because it starts there. It starts with a pure heart, pure intentions, pure light within us, okay? So I want to really stress that too, all right? But then it takes a lot of patience, y'all, okay? Um, there's going to be many, many tests as you're walking your journey, as you're reaching for your miracles, your inner truth. There's going to be a lot of tests, y'all. I've been put through the ringer the last 2 months. Excuse me. But I don't blame, I don't blame the creator. I don't blame my angels. The things that they are trusting within me, uh, they should test anybody with, because you can't just give power, certain information. You can't give certain miracles and blessings to just anybody in this world, not in the world that we live in now. And what they are trying to do through me, and through all of us actually right now, it's not just me, through the whole collective, through humanity, period. It is such a substantial time in humanity, and this is so crucial that it can't get messed up, y'all. It can't. So I want y'all to know that as you guys are, finding your inner truth, don't get discouraged, y'all. Like, there's going to be tests. There's going to be times that, you know, the dark forces that work against light, they're going to test you also, okay? Like, as you reach for these goals, these miracles, you send up your prayers. If they don't instantly happen, y'all, you need to hold on to your truth, okay? There's one thing I can say tonight is exactly that. Hold in your truth, in your love, your inner light, in your knowing, okay? Know that, like, whatever they bring is discouragement. It could be a little voice that says you're not worth the blessing, or it's just not in your divine timing right now, or the vision's too big, let's say, right? That's not God talking, y'all, okay? Like, it's not God talking. God doesn't talk that way to us. It's not you talking, right? Like, if you're having a whole vision of changing the world, why would you talk to yourself that way? Why would God talk to you that way? No, God is going to come to you and say, you're the man for the job. Like, he's going to say, you're the brightest light anywhere. Like, you're shining. Like, he's going to back you up and tell you and reinforce you in the fact that you are God's soldier, that you are in your truth, in your divine light. All right, but you still have the other balance to that scales, which is darkness. They will always come and just try to deter you from your truth, from your inner knowledge, from what you're reaching for, okay? And I gotta tell you, like, that darkness has no truth in it. None at all. You are not broken, okay? You are a divine child of God that is a living, breathing miracle, okay? Don't ever lose sight of that. Every last one of y'all is worth miracles and blessings, just like your mother and father, like all of our children. Um, it's all worth it. You got to stand firm, stand firm in love, and just know that, like, it's all going in the right direction. Hold on to that. Start living it even, okay? You may not have all the resources, or, your whole team put together, or your whole vision put together. But as long as you are walking in it and you are really truly believing, right, that it's for the right purpose, things will come into alignment. So don't get discouraged. Don't. That's the darkness trying to just, pull the wool over your eyes and the blinders over your eyes to who you truly are. Okay? Can't say that enough, y'all. You guys are so special, each and every one of you. Okay, right here, right there. It means everything. It means everything. So if you don't know yourself just yet, go within. You know, really ask yourself one day, looking in the mirror, who am I? Right? How special am I? And start shedding some of the chains that they've put on us. Okay, the kingdom is within us, y'all. Okay, that divine spark, the inner gnosis, all of it is within us. And I'll be honest with y'all, I am living proof of it. Right now, sitting here talking to you guys, um, I know things that I have no business knowing. And when I started this journey, I didn't know. When I awakened on 11/11, I had no clue how deep this was going to go. And I can tell y'all with conviction that they really took Jesus's first ministry and his message and they twisted it. And the reason they twisted it was to make you and I feel broken and feel disconnected from our inner source, our inner God, and from the kingdom of heaven that's within us, all of us. Okay? That's truth. Like, and I know that. Um, Shortly after my son's dream, I literally started having like a channel or um, just it's one-on-one conversations with Creator, with Source, and it's actually pretty cool. It's cool to sit down and have those conversations, and that is something that is within all of us. And it's not just like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? No, like once you guys really go within and know what your soul's journey is here for, you guys will literally be able to talk to your ancestors, because they're not gone, y'all. Like they just left this vessel and they're back to their original form, which is pure light and energy. That is what all of us are. That's what we come into this world as. Okay, we are all pure light and energy. All right, so imagine like the sun and all its brightness and glory and energy that it brings to the world. Okay, that's what you are. Something similar to that, or to like one of the other stars in the night sky that you see every night. Okay, you just come here into a human body to have a human experience. Okay, and unfortunately, some of that density from coming here, and the other lies and programming that are installed into us through our childhoods and etc. And then obviously life events too. Um, it takes away from our truth and who we really are. Okay, and sometimes it takes a lot of inner work to get back to that. Most times, actually. Okay, um, but you will awaken, and it's worth doing the work. Okay. And to be honest, I don't really even like calling it awakening. Everybody online right now is like talking about this great awakening. I personally like to call it remembrance, okay? Because we came here with like a soul's journey. Like we came here with this knowledge, all right? And like as you start to go within, you start remembering all of it. Like it's not that you just awoken and you were, no, like it is literally all within us. It's all right here, right? And the further you go into your journey and your alignment, okay, they will literally ignite different parts of you, your cells, your DNA. I'm telling y'all, the journey I've been on has been wild. Things that I never imagined. Like, and yeah, it's all divine. Like, and they're gonna do it on their time too. So once y'all get into that part of your journey, don't get frustrated. All right, like be patient with it. Let things fall in place how they're gonna fall in place. Okay, and the more and more that they build trust with you and your character and who you are, and they kind of see how you react to things, and um, some of the truths are hard. They're hard pills to swallow. Because especially like the ones about our religions and things that we've been taught since children to believe, about forgiveness in Christ, and some of that there's no truth to that. It's a cutoff. It's a chain. All right, and it's to make you feel like you're broken, Like, you need to call on Christ or go through Jesus, and ask forgiveness for your brokenness to get a ticket into heaven. Okay, that's not true, y'all. When Jesus was here, his message was, you are the light. The kingdom of heaven is within you, each and every one of you. Okay, that is truth. That's what they have distorted, lied about, buried even. Like, the Nag Hammadi text that came out, I think it was in the 1940s, 1945, and was discovered, is all truth, y'all. And I'll be frank with you. I had no idea about it until about 2 weeks ago. I had no idea what I was going through on a personal level for almost a month and a half. Really was going back to like Jesus's first true teachings, what he left with Mary Magdalene, and the church buried all that, y'all. So when I came across it and stuff, I just sat there and was like, oh my, like, whoa, right? And it took a second. Actually, I slept on it, to be honest with you. It took a whole night of, really deep thought on it. And if there was truth, and I contacted, my team of light, and I still had to sleep on it, because it's hard to break some of those chains, y'all. But Jesus was here teaching exactly that you have the power within you to have a connection straight with the Creator, not through the church, not through even him. It was through his teachings, okay? And it's not just a connection with, Creator source, all right? He literally was teaching that you have the kingdom of God within you, that you are a miracle, okay? The things that Jesus did as miracles while he was here, he also said that, like, his disciples would surpass him one day if they really understood and learned what he was teaching. He was there as a leading light, the same way that I am right now, as a leading truth, okay? That's what Jesus was here for. He had found himself in divine alignment, right, which puts you kind of in the favor of the heavens and the Creator. Right? Once your heart is judged and you strip away all the bull, and you sacrifice, certain things too, because they love that. I'm not going to lie. They love to see that. They love to see that, you can sacrifice your time, your energy, your belief system. And they will bring miracles into your life, yo. You got to see you for who you really are. Go look in that mirror and really just ask yourself, am I broken? Or am I capable of things that I could never, ever have imagined? And you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, y'all. Just stay within your alignment. Don't get discouraged. And just know that all things are possible through us and our loving, just miraculous God. Okay? Don't give up on that. You'll see the miracles come in. And anytime that the darkness tries to come in and deter you and take you off of your track, just know it's not your thoughts. Look at it and go, wait a minute. Is that God talking to me? Would God be saying that to me? Is that my thought? That I'm not worthy and whatever, however they come? All right? Stop, observe it, know it's not you, and then get back into your light, into your truth, into your love, into your purity, okay? And the longer you can hold on to that is when those miracles will come in. All right, that's the alignment right there, honestly. That's really what it is knowing that there is a Creator, knowing that you are worth it, right? That you're pure, that you're not broken, right? And that this world deserves to witness even your miracles, your truth, okay? Don't ever forget that, yo. You guys are so special and so loved, all right? You're not broken. You don't need a passport to get into heaven, okay? It's all within each and every one of you. Do the work. Love yourself. Love your neighbors, okay? Love the people you don't know, all right? Starts there. And definitely love yourself, You need to really look within and love yourself, not egotistically, but enough to know that like you deserve and you are, okay? Because you are. Hear me, y'all. Every one of you is so, 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 so special and unique. And yeah, that's what they created us for, y'all. That's what they created this earth for. This earth is supposed to be such a special place for our children, for us. And the time has come. It's come. As more of the collective wakes up, more humanity wakes up. As the vibration on earth goes up, the frequency, right, of love and peace and joy and inner truth, we're gonna get this world back, y'all, for our children's sake, okay, and for our children's children. It's time. It's definitely time. Just be patient. Do your inner work. Find your inner truth. Go down some rabbit holes online. There's a ton of information that's just pretty much exposing all of this at this point. And then we will unite. And not just with each other, with the heavens, with our Creator. And we will get back to us and who humanity really is. Okay? I'm going to cut it there. Thank you all for listening and for the support again. And just remember, all things really, truly are possible through you, me, our relationship with our loving God and each other. All right? Help each other out and get to shining, y'all. I love all of you, and I'll see you on the next one.